Hi, my name is Anya Dillard. I am the founder of an organization called the Next Gen Come Up. I am also a student at Rutgers University, and I am a social entrepreneur. Service has always been a really huge part of my life. I started my first charity initiative when I was just 5 years old, and since then I've always been really involved in using art, creativity, writing to motivate my community service. And I think that that is also what inspired me to start the Next Gen Come Up. We focus on mentoring young people on how to be social entrepreneurs and how to use art as a modem for creative change making. And I genuinely think that having a family full of artists, full of change makers, full of intellectuals and entrepreneurs gave me the foundation that I needed to continue in that spirit, in that liberatory spirit of creativity, spirit of galvanizing, spirit of unifying. And I think that that was what pushed me to start an organization when I was a sophomore in high school. And thankfully, we have continued to touch young people all across the nation and contribute to a lot of grassroots efforts in states all over the United States and beyond. I think one of my biggest motivations in this work is my youngest brother. I have a brother who's 12 years old, and I've always tried really hard to be a positive example of not only leadership, but Black female leadership for him. And I think that a lot of the work that I've always done when it came to the grassroots is, part of my attempt to ensure that the future he's walking through is one where he can feel safe in his authentic skin and his authentic passions, and one where he can achieve his goals like all of us, dream to. So I think that he is always at the forefront of my mind when I, speak, whether I'm organizing the streets, whether I'm at a conference, whether I'm, delegating or consulting. I think that he always is one of the people that comes to mind in the way that I carry myself and the way that I try to accomplish the goals of my organization and of my own personal work. And I think that when he's, all old and taller than me, that he'll be grateful that he had an older sister that was, so passionate about trying to create a brighter future for not just herself, but for him as well. The Next Gen Come Up is a 501c3 dedicated to mentoring young people on how to be social entrepreneurs and creative activists. And we are currently working to expand our executive team. We want to be able to build out our board and bring on a lot more student volunteers to participate in the nationwide and statewide community grassroots efforts that we've been known to partake in and to organize. And we sincerely hope that over the course of the next 3 years, we have a boisterous enough team of student volunteers and student organizers that we can continue to have not just a domestic and United States impact, but one that spans across international lines. And we look very forward to that possibility in the future. One of the proudest accomplishments of mine as a youth founder has definitely been partnering with organizations like the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation and being able to partner with impacted families who have continued to advocate against issues of police brutality, systemic racism, environmental racism, and to be able to travel to places like Mississippi and like Minneapolis and partner with these families and with other organizers who are passionate about that work and bring our student organizers along with us to learn how to be effective organizers firsthand. I think that that's one of the most proud accomplishments I've had working through the Next Gen Come Up, and that's something that we hope to continue to be able to do in the future. Self-care is a huge part of preserving my energy as a youth founder. I have not always had a great relationship with it, but over the past 4 years, especially being a college student, being a double major, double minor, being a nonprofit founder and someone who's also a creative, who's also a filmmaker, there are a lot of balancing acts that I find myself doing. And so taking time to go to the gym, taking time to, have those little solo dates at art galleries, museums, taking myself to the movies, and finding time to be outside, finding green space has really been a huge part of maintaining my mental health, my mental balance, and it's refueled me a lot in those times where I would otherwise be really burnt out, and give me time to reflect on how to effectively balance all the goals and all the accomplishments that I'm trying to, set up for myself. If you're a young person interested in learning how to be an effective organizer or just how to make revolutionary change in whatever career industry you're passionate about pursuing, then you can check us out at www.thenextgencu.com or follow us on Instagram at thenextgencu. The Next Gen Come Up will be starting our recruitment efforts in spring of 2025, so you may just be one of our new team members. We look forward to hearing from you and hope that you tap in. If you're interested in learning more about the work that I'm doing as an artist and organizer, you can find me on all socials at IAMAJDILLARD.